morning, Torrington. I'm Eric Starkey.
And I'm Crystal Albers. It's Thursday, January 4th.
And you're watching Torrington Today.
Well, in yesterday's paper, you can read all about the sage grouse population is expected to decline in the coming year based on information the Wyoming Game and Fish and Bureau of Land Management have gathered. So they were looking at ways to keep that bird doing well. There's hunting seasons for it throughout the state, not in this area just because we don't have enough sagebrush here, but it's still an important bird for our state. So also we've got information about snow ordinances. We have the population of Wyoming, the people, not the birds, has also declined significantly. So there's kind of a look at why that's happening, and there is some hope for the future though, so it's not all
That's
doom
always
and
a
gloom.
good sign.
Yes. In tomorrow's paper, Lingle Town Council met last night, and they officially decided, unless they hear otherwise, that their 100-year celebration will take place in mid-July. So check that out, and they're planning their first official meeting for the planning soon. Also, we've got Wagon Tail's Animal Shelter, kind of a feature on them and what they do. It's been a while since we looked at them, and they're doing a lot of good things for the animals in this community that kind of lost their way. So.
And it's an important time to think about those animals with the
Yes.
cold temperatures and snow on the ground. So.
Yes, it definitely is.
In sports, it's kind of the calm before the reoccurring storm, I guess, since we're in the middle of winter sports season. But in yesterday's paper, you can read about basically all your Torrington High School sports fix. The girls and boys basketball teams were both in Sydney last weekend to compete in the Cabela's Holiday Shootout. So you can read about how both those teams did there. And then the Blazer Wrestlers were in Cheyenne last Friday for the Bison Bonanza, and they took 5th out of 8 teams there. So it was a pretty good weekend for Torrington sports there. And in tomorrow's paper, you can read about 3 Torrington football players, and Jacob Wombolt, Brian Lemon, and Nathan Stitt. They were all honored by USA Today.
Wow.
Jake was a first-team offensive lineman for the All-Wyoming team. Nathan was a second-team wide receiver for the All-Wyoming team, and Brian was a second-team linebacker. So you can read about all that in tomorrow's paper, so something to keep your eye on.
Yes. Well, in upcoming events, I guess it's sort of sports-related, but outside of sports, there's not a whole lot going on this weekend. We've got the Bronc Bash this weekend at the fairgrounds on Saturday, and so if you're into seeing some broncs.
I believe there's a preview of it. And,
yes. Oh, yes. Yeah. Good call, Eric. And yesterday's paper, you can read a preview about it if you want more details on that. But and also tonight, there is the Community Center open house or business after hours in Fort Laramie. It's the old middle school on top of the hill. So all of you Lingle Fort Laramie alum, if you want to go check out what they're doing with the old school, that's tonight from 4 to 6, and I think there's snacks, so.
You got me.
Yeah.
As far as sports goes this weekend, if you want to stay here in town, there's not a lot to attend. EWC men and women are both home tomorrow night, and then the men are also home on Saturday. Lingle Fort Laramie has home games. The girls and boys have home games both Friday and Saturday, so those are kind of your in-town options. As far as wrestling goes, Torrington is heading to Douglas, and Lingle Fort Laramie and Southeast are heading to Oshkosh, Nebraska. So you can cross state borders to head that direction. Torrington basketball will be up in Newcastle. There's a lot of things going on. I have to think about it. And Southeast will be up in the Bighorn Tongue River area for a tournament. Actually starting today. So today through Saturday they have 4 games. So a lot of things happening. You just got to pick and choose what you want to attend.
Mm-hmm.
As far as weather goes, I'm kind of pleased by looking at I don't want to jinx anything.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of pleased looking at the next week or so. We're looking to be in the 40s.
It's pretty exciting.
Today's high is 42. Tomorrow we're up to 44, and then on Saturday we're up to 48. So
it's really like a heat wave after the last couple weeks.
I'm gonna start just losing the sweaters. I don't know. It's gonna feel weird, but good weird.
Yes.
And hopefully some of the snow will melt. So for those of us still scraping our windshields, we don't get snow in our shoes.
Sounds like a personal thing Eric's been dealing with.
It is. Anyway, there you have it, Torrington. Warmer weather is coming. For how long? Jury's still out on that one. I'm Eric Starkey.
And I'm Crystal Albers.
And you've been watching Torrington Today.